Hey, what's up, guys and girls? It's Jesse Daly here in the Caribbean. This is the second video I'm actually posting today. I don't normally do this, but I thought it was important to show you just a subtle shift in the track, the expected track, at least in certain ensembles of Tropical Storm Erin. This is courtesy of tropicaltidbits.com. Something that caught my eye, and I'll show you what I mean, is a bit of a dip south in this potential system. Let's just look at it real quick together. This is infrared satellite imagery courtesy of tropicaltidbits.com, and we can see that it's starting to get itself organized a little bit. These black colors, the pink colors, are the temperatures of cloud tops, very cold cloud tops, indicative of a strengthening system. I mentioned in my video earlier today that conditions are expected to be a little bit unfavorable, at least at first, before potentially becoming more favorable for development. So we're just going to kind of wait and see how this goes, but it is expected to intensify potentially into a major hurricane. Let me just show you what I'm a little bit concerned about. This is a quick look at the 18 Zulu time track ensembles of the of guidance here. Now, take a look at this track. See how it's kind of west, from 30 west longitude over, kind of stays about the same. But there's a bit of a dip down around 45 west longitude, which before this may then turn up to the northeast. That's going to bring the storm a little bit closer potentially to the Lesser Antilles. Now, if we go back and look at the very latest update, this just came out, the 00Z on August 12th run, we can even see a more pronounced dip here at around 45, maybe around 43 west. So this is going to bring, again, it's moving. The track is shifting. The ensembles are shifting a little bit south. The further south we get with the ensembles, the more concerning it certainly becomes for islands like basically where I am. I'm right around here in the Virgin Islands. It's still keeping it northeast, but not as far northeast as it was earlier today. Another example I want to show you here, again, courtesy of tropicaltidbits.com. This is 12 Zulu time on August 11th. The system kind of moving across west here. Keep an eye on 45 west longitude. This was at 12Z. Now let's take a look and just look at how far north. This is around 23 latitude, by the time that it's passing northeast of the islands here. But then take a look here at 18Z, and this has shifted, it's shifted south. Look at that subtle dip. So what I don't like to see here, long story short, is what is currently expected. And let's just look at what we really should always be looking at, which is the official track for the from the National Hurricane Center, which the National Hurricane Center notes it's still too early to tell, and I completely agree with that. But we do see here this dip south a little before it then eventually makes a curve up. This was the 5 p.m. advisory. We're going to get another advisory in an hour and a half from the time that I'm recording this video. I would not be surprised at all if this shifts south. And again, this is the cone of uncertainty, right? A lot can happen between here, in Monday, and then potentially when we may see impacts around Saturday. But the point that I'm trying to make, my friends, is that things change like so fast, and basically all of this is happening because of the strength, essentially, of what's called the Bermuda Azores High, which is a semi-permanent system in the Atlantic, high pressure system. If this is a little stronger, the clockwise flow of wind from a high pressure system is going to keep pushing this further south and keeping it closer to the islands. This is a run of the 18Z model of the global forecast system. Look at the high pressure. That's a strong high pressure. And, even in this run, that's close. I mean, this is one run, right? But my point is that this if this high pressure system is a little stronger and keeps the system a little further south, we could be looking at a major problem across the islands, and then potentially other areas closer to the Bahamas, Bermuda, and then maybe eventually up toward the east coast of the U.S. Now, I'm only saying this. I don't want to panic anybody. It drives me nuts when like people on YouTube try to like do hyping up videos. I'm just trying to show you what I'm seeing because I am a little bit concerned. I'm more concerned than I was earlier today. The final thing that I want to show you, and this is publicly available to everybody. By the way, this is the Google AI beta. Essentially, look at this dip. Again around 45 west, and it's these are the little the potential ensembles of the Google AI. One of them is taking it right across the Virgin Islands as Category 4. I mean, so we're still a few days out here, of course, but there's a lot of like spread here once we get beyond really the next like couple of days. So right now is the time to prepare if you are in the Caribbean, Bahamas, even the East Coast USA, Florida. It's like, again, like I said earlier in my video, just stock up on some water, non-perishables. The worst you can do is have a bunch of water on hand that you'll drink anyway, or have non-perishable food that you'll eat anyway. But I just wanted to show you this because I believe that at 11 p.m. and I'll make another video tomorrow on Tuesday. I believe that at the 11 p.m. update, we're going to see this cone of uncertainty shift farther south toward the Lesser Antilles and toward the Virgin Islands. So I just really wanted to update you all on that. Again, not to panic you at all. I'm just trying to show you what, I don't know, I'm just trying to be honest about what I'm seeing and some of the concerns that I personally have because I'm literally living like right under where it says major hurricane. So it's, I'm just trying to be honest here and show you what I'm seeing. I do have a certificate in weather forecasting from Penn State University, so I'm not just some like random kook on the internet. But I always tell people to follow the National Hurricane Center first. This is just my personal opinion on what I'm seeing based on some of these model trends. Let me just see if this is updated really quick. The latest update from the Google AI, it may not have updated yet. No, it has not updated yet, but I'm waiting on the 18 Universal Time Coordinated, to come through and see what we're looking at here. Even this here, this cone of 5-day uncertainty is really like literally right next to the Virgin Islands, and it's already basically and Anguilla's already in it. So and a couple of other islands here. So yeah, got to keep an eye on this one, my friends. And anyway, stay safe. I'll keep you posted. Hit subscribe if you enjoy this video. I will be here in the islands throughout hurricane season. So stay safe, and as always, I will keep an eye on the tropical skies come rain or shine.